getting trampled by hooves to taking horns straight to the torso. These are the 10 most merciless wrecks in bull riding history. At number 10, Ross Coleman paired up with Sling Blade.
Ridden him, and very dangerous in that he likes to pull guys down right on top of his head.
Then Sling Blade did what bulls do, bucked him off and slammed him down during the championship round in Colorado Springs.
I'm not really that surprised. This bull really doesn't fit him because he's so small.
It looked painful, because it was. But if you think that was bad, Austin Richardson at number 9 had it worse.
And Austin, little A, calling for him.
He climbed on Punchy Pete in Everett thinking he could handle it. Instead, Punchy Pete threw him, crushed him, and hit him again with hooves.
Watch this bull. Oh, right there, yeah.
Yep, that was brutal. Now that we're talking about getting crushed, Lachlan Richardson probably felt Slingerback's slam in his bones at number 8. The bull dumped him hard in Anaheim.
He'll get scored no matter, the guy rides him or bucks off, and of course, being brought to you
No joke, it looked merciless. And while Lachlan was getting slammed, JB Mooney at number 7 was catching hell from Buck Nasty.
Las Vegas shoot, swing, go, here it is. Here it is.
He got bucked off in Tacoma, but the bull didn't care.
After that, our PBR sports medicine team out to look at him.
Mooney got his reward, a combination of hooves and horns while he was down, and that's never a good place to be. That wasn't the end of the carnage, because at number 6, Lyndall Runyon had it rough in Nashville back in 2014. He wasn't even the rider, he was the bullfighter working the championship round, but Super Freak ran right into him anyway after bucking off Brady Sims.
Congratulations on what Super Freak was able to do. That is what you call being dead in the sights.
Yeah, there was definitely no mercy in that charge. While Runyon's rundown was rough, Stormy Wing's wreck felt downright vicious at number 5.
Again.
Woohoo!
All right.
Yay.
Hey, by the way,
When Wing nodded on Time Bomb in Springfield, the arena was ready for a good ride. Everyone was watching. It looked promising, but then it got ugly. First, the bull detonated out of the gate with force. Then the violent toss came.
woohoo!
All right.
Yay.
Hey, by the way, Mark, who plays all the music, how about our man D?
That impact sealed it, and Wing's face connected with the back of the bull. It was an arena shockwave, the kind that makes everyone go silent. Wing wasn't shy about what happened when he talked about it later. "I remember the gate opening and then everything went sideways," he said. "Next thing I know, my face is smashed into the bull's back and I'm trying to figure out if I'm still coherent. That's not how you want a ride to end." You could tell it rattled him. Not the fear kind of rattled, but the kind that makes you rethink everything for a second. But considering what just happened, it could have been worse. At number 4, we go back to Santa Barbara, where AJ Hamre had one of his worst nights. As soon as Slinging It came charging during the championship round, Hamre knew he was in trouble. He was working as a bullfighter, trying to protect the rider, but the bull didn't stand a chance. He got run over with full force.
Now I want you to let it out, okay? Our bullfighters did an...
He took the hit hard, got the horns too. No time to react or recover. Just like that, Hamre was down. If he had managed to dodge a little quicker, maybe it wouldn't have ended like that. But this is bull riding. There's no room for maybe.
He is dazed. Watch our bullfighters go to work. Go.
Hamre later kept it real about the whole thing. "People think bullfighting is about being fast," he said, "but sometimes you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time and there's nothing you can do. Slinging It caught me clean. I took those horns because that's the job. You protect the rider first, worry about yourself second." You could tell he meant it. He wasn't complaining about the hit, but he wasn't going to pretend it didn't hurt either. He'll be back out there. He always is. Now, even though AJ Hamre was already run over, things didn't get any easier for Alexandre Cardozo at number 3.
That's how big this is. I would go as far to say career-building moment
Cardozo came in with confidence during the third round in Des Moines. He thought he had martial law figured out, but martial law didn't care about any of that. As soon as the gates opened, the bull came out wild. Cardozo tried to hold on, but the bull bucked hard and fast. He lost balance, and the worst part, he got thrown clean off. That's when it turned into a wreck.
And we've only got one more section to go before we get into the championship round. We will see. And
martial law kept coming. Cardozo got trampled as he was landing on the ground. A complete breakdown of control. The bull showed zero mercy in this short, savage wreck. Cardozo didn't try to act tough about it. He kept it real. Martial law had it out for me that night. When you get thrown and then trampled, there's this moment where you realize you have no control. Nothing you can do but take it and hope you walk away. I was lucky it wasn't worse. That's just how it goes sometimes. One round you're riding clean, the next you're getting trampled. Cardozo definitely got stepped on, but what happened to Frank Newsom at number 2 might have been even more heroic and more painful.
Cat, it was a buck off.
Newsom had drawn bullfighting duty in Anaheim, and Class 6 Cat was no joke. Everyone knew that Bull had power even though he only had one of 2 horns. Newsom looked focused, ready to protect whoever needed it, but all of that went out the window once a rider went down and the Bull charged.
But he knows exactly where the end of it is.
Frank
Newsom jumped in to shield the fallen rider. Class 6 Cat came through like a freight train. Newsom took the full hit. That alone would have been enough, but the impact was brutal. A full force collision that sent Newsom flying. The sacrifice was clear. He took the horn so someone else wouldn't have to. Newsom later talked about how it all unfolded. When you see a rider down, you don't think. He explained, you just move. Class 6 Cat came at me full speed, and I knew I was going to take those horns. But that's the trade. Better me than the guy on the ground who can't defend himself. His family wasn't surprised by his attitude either. Frank's always been like that, they said. He'd rather get hurt protecting someone than stand back and watch. That's just who he is. Some folks say that's just the job. But for Newsom, this wasn't just another save. It was putting everything on the line. Now at number 1, Silvano Alves faced perfect poison, and he paid the price for it.
This bull can do the job.
It was San Antonio, 4th round. One of the biggest moments in the sport. Alves was the top-ranked rider and confident. Everything felt right until the gate swung open. He and the bull came out strong, too strong. Within seconds, perfect poison threw him off. That should have been the end of it, but Alves got hung up. The bull won that round because, let's face it, Alves got wrecked. Perfect poison stepped on him once, twice, direct stomps, while Alves was still tangled and defenseless. The whole thing was vicious enough that everyone watching knew this was bad. That's not a typical wreck, that's a complete breakdown.
And here he comes dangerously close to having a dramatic injury.
You see, he hung just long enough to get right.
Getting hung up is every rider's nightmare, Alves said. You're completely helpless. Perfect poison stepped on me, and there was nothing I could do but wait for my hand to come free. Those stomps felt like forever. Still, he never lost that fighting edge. That part of him never broke. In that moment, you think about everything, Alves added. Your family, your career, whether you'll be able to walk out of the arena. But once you're free and you realize you're okay, you start thinking about the next ride, because that's who we are. His team wasn't shocked either. They've seen this before. Silvano's been through some of the worst wrecks in the sport, they noted, but every time he gets back up. That's what separates the champions from everyone else. They don't let the fear win, and if you think a wreck like that would change his mind about climbing back on, quitting? Never, Alves said. That's one thing I've never considered. So no, he's not done, not even close. Alves is one of the few who truly understand how merciless bull riding can be. He's lived through the wrecks, felt the pain, and carried the scars that come with it. Because the fact of the matter is that the heart of a real rider doesn't back down. It keeps chasing the rush, the crowd, the 8 seconds, no matter how dangerous the ride gets. Walking away was never an option. The risk is part of it, and so is the reward.